Hello. Well, it's not Thursday, it's Friday. But since yesterday was a holiday, July the 4th, I decided I would wait until this morning to do my weekly Weight Watcher weigh in. So that's what I'm going to do. I have a threefold um, purpose for today's video. First, I'm going to share with you my weight. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the topic that I've chosen, as you could see on the thumbnail. And then at the end of the video, I've got a celebration that I want to share with all of my viewers. It's something that I've looked forward to this whole year. I possibly have already mentioned it in previous videos, but the time is here, and so I want to share it with you. But you're going to have to stay tuned to the end of the video to see what that celebration is. So let's go on to my weight. You know, I've been MIA for the last month. I believe the last video I made was possibly June the 6th or sometime around that time. And on that date, I weighed 122.4 pounds. I was really happy about it. I thought I had everything under control. Little did I know that all that was about to change. We went back and forth to Florida a couple of times during the month of June, trying to get a lot of our possessions back into Alabama in order for us to be able to sell the property that we own in Florida. And for the most part, we've moved the majority of our belongings home. We still have a couple of trips that we will need to make to get the rest of it, but we decided this was a good amount to get home. And my house, oh my goodness, the condition of my house and our garage and our spare garage, I mean, it is filled with things. And so we're going to have a big yard sale once this is all over. And because when you have two homes, you have two of just about everything. And I mean, we did, because we enjoyed going back and forth. Anyway, I made that way too long. I do want to go into my weight for yesterday. It's not pretty, but it is what it is. And when I weighed in yesterday morning, I weighed 127.6. That means over the last month, I have gained 5 pounds. Now, am I happy about that? No, I'm not happy. Not happy at all. But now I can tell you about the topic for today because it's so appropriate in my situation. On the thumbnail, you noticed that it said, "How long must this go on?" Well, I can answer you that question better now than I could have even a month ago, because this weight loss journey, this connection that I have with Weight Watchers will go on forever. Because if I don't continue to do it, I'll do like I did this last month and gain 5 pounds. Now, some people probably think that's a negative thing. For me, it's positive. It's encouragement, because all those years that I was either overweight, obese, or morbidly obese at 213 pounds, I didn't have an answer on how to stay in a healthy weight range. And now I do. But I have to implement it. I have to be aware, be cognizant of that. If I stray too far from what I know works, I will gain the weight back. Now, 5 pounds is not that much, but 5 pounds can multiply pretty quickly if I don't get back on track. And you see, the sad thing about it, as I was still weighing and I was still tracking to a certain extent during this last month. But where my problem came was I was tracking sometimes 2 and 3 hours after I ate what I had ate. I didn't prepare myself each day of what I was going to eat. And so, because I didn't do that, I grazed an awful lot. I binged a couple of times, but I really wasn't paying attention to what I was eating anymore. And so my portion sizes continued to grow. And I wish I could say that I've got it all under control now. I really don't, because of this celebration, which will happen tomorrow. I've made a conscious effort that I'm going to not worry about tracking tomorrow. I want it not to be a factor in our celebration. And as I go farther along, you'll understand that, because many times Papa will say, well, where are we going to go eat? We have to pick a certain place so that you can be able to find something to eat that won't derail your weight loss journey or your maintenance journey. And I just didn't want to have to deal with this for tomorrow. It's not right for me to push my way of thinking on everyone else. So I'm not going to do it tomorrow. So now I'm going to explain to you what tomorrow involves. But I did want to say one last time, unless we implement what we know works, you'll be sitting in a chair just like me. And praise God, y'all are my accountability partners. Y'all are the reason that I feel like that I can keep my weight in a healthy range, because I know I've got to come on here and pay the piper and share with you what I've done, especially the first couple of weeks that I was unable to video. I stayed in my happy weight very good. And last week, I think I weighed a little over 125. But this week, I gained 2 pounds. And I just can't keep doing that. I've got to implement what I know works. And for me, that's Weight Watchers. It may not be for you, but make sure you do find what works for you and implement it so that you too can stay in a healthy weight range. Now, I've just gone all over the place today, so I hope you're stuck with me, because I do want to share with what is going on in my life and Papa's life this week especially. Because you see, 50 years ago tomorrow, Papa and I got married. I don't know if you can see this picture. There is a picture of Papa and myself on our wedding day, right back here. And if I can manipulate the video, I will zoom in on it. If not, I'll try to take a picture of that picture and put it on top of me right now. But that's the way that we looked the night we got married, July the 6th, 1974. Then on Wednesday, 2 days ago, Papa turned 70 years old. So you see, he was 20 years old in that picture, and he turned 70. And I just want to show a picture of us from 2 days ago. I've got this t-shirt on because I've really been celebrating this week. I mean, it is an accomplishment for me and Papa, and I'm proud that we've lasted this long. I forgot one thing. I wanted to show you the t-shirt that I had made to celebrate Papa and my 50th wedding anniversary. This is a picture of us, either the Christmas before or the Christmas after we got married. And so it looks the most like what we looked like, other than that picture back there. On the t-shirt, it says 50 years of marriage. I hope you can read it. If not, then take my word for it. But I really wanted to celebrate 50 years of marriage. And so that's why I had this t-shirt made. Anyway, I'm bringing in a little bit of my topic again, in that each morning when I get ready, when I put my makeup on and do my eyes and take my medicine and all that kind of stuff, I see a picture of my mother and father and my grandmother and grandfather. And it's celebrating my grandmother and grandfather's 50th wedding anniversary. It was taken August the 5th, 1972, which next month that'll be 52 years ago. And on that day, 52 years ago, this is what my grandparents looked like. Now, my grandmother was actually 2 years younger than I am right now. She was 67 years old when this was taken. I'm 69. And she also is the one that I take after the most. I think I'm the most genetically connected with her. I look a lot like her. I'm built a lot like her. And had I not found Weight Watchers 10 years ago, I believe I would look exactly like her. I would be that weight size. I think at this point in her life, she was probably in the high 100s, probably 180, 190 pounds. And after my grandfather passed away 3 years later, she ballooned up to over 235 pounds. And I know, had I not got a hold of something that worked for me and kept me in a healthy weight range, I too probably would have weighed over 235 pounds when I celebrated my 50th. But I don't. And I don't say this to bash my grandmother. I loved my grandmother, but she didn't have the tools that I have. She never found the way to get her weight under control, and I have. But you know what? It's my responsibility to implement those tools. Because just like I said earlier, if I don't, I'll gain the weight back. And I want to look this weight for the rest of my life. And that means for the rest of my life, this will go on. I will always implement Weight Watchers, because if I don't, you'll see me begin to look like that wonderful woman that I called Mama. I hope you have a wonderful week this week. Don't forget to implement whatever it is that works for you. God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, goodbye.